Hello guys, my name is Philip, and of course the alias I go around on the internet is DonutDeflector. Welcome to another video. Today I'll be attempting to install Arch Linux, because I've never done this before, ever. I never even looked at it, never even tried. I thought about it, but I didn't know if I want to take the time commitment to do it. And so here I am. It would be fun, they said. And so, I listened. Let's boot up Art. Oh, sure, okay. So, we'll boot up into Arch. Not gonna say this is gonna be the most interesting video ever. Not going to say that it's gonna be good or anything. Just my experience trying to install Arch. Alright, there we go. We're in. Let me just resize this virtual machine thing, just like magic. And we'll get on to it. So we're in root. So obviously, everybody should start off by typing rmtechrf / actually, it would be better if you did preserve no root. And then you did that, right? No, don't run that. It's gonna trash your system. Anyways, preparation. That don't matter. Doesn't matter. Boot installation media. No, we're all fine here. Alright. Let's see. Default is set to US, so we're fine. Connect to internet. We're already connected, but let's see if anything's pinging. So we'll ping Reddit, and we'll do let's just do 2 packets. Alright, they work. So we can skip down here. Update the system clock. Time date CTL. Set NTP true. So this will synchronize our time on the system to the times on servers elsewhere. And to check, okay, so time date CTL static. Pretty easy so far. So we are in UTC. Let's see what else. Let's see here. I shouldn't have done that in front of the mic. We all just died. Okay. So let's see. Alright. What does that do? System D time sync D. Okay. Whatever. Okay, so we are set to UTC time. That's fine. Prepare the storage devices. We got some warnings here. Okay. Yes, sir. If dual booting. Yeah, I'm not dual booting, so it's fine. Let's see. User instructions for LVM disk encryption are to keep those instructions into consideration when preparing the partition if intending to install to USB flash key. See installing Arch on USB key. Okay. So identify the devices. I'm guessing we're only gonna have a SDA rather partition. Let's see. So we have okay, so SDA is what we want. Yeah, we're gonna have to install set up the partitions on SDA. So this isn't as hard as I thought. Things ending in ROM, loop, or air root can be ignored. Okay. Devices, SD, whatever. I'm skimming through this a bit. Partition tables, okay. If you're installing alongside an existing installation, partition table if not partitioned. Determine one. Each device, there's 2 kinds, GPT and MVR. Okay, partition tools. When using partition tool that's incompatible with your partition table, likely result in destruction of that table along with any existent partitions data. Okay. For each device to be partitioned, a proper tool must be chosen according to the partition table to use. Several partitioning tools are provided by the Arch installation medium. Devices may also be partitioned before putting. Okay. So I think I'm gonna use parted then, I guess. Oh, next one's for parted. All right. So start operating on a device. Execute parted slash dev slash. In our case, it's SDA. All right, there we go. You'll notice that the command line prompt changes from a hash to parted. This also means that new prompt must command be manually entered when running command examples. See a list of available commands and when finish. Okay. Let's see what help does. So many things. Make lib. Okay. Create a new partition table. Blah 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 blah. Once each device is partitional, okay, then create a GP. To create, okay, well, I'm guessing it's biosystem. So let's make label MS-DOS. Okay. So create a new partition table because this isn't you. I don't know anything about virtual machines at all. Yeah. All right. You can decide the number and size of partitions the devices should be split into, and which directories will be used to mount partitions in the installed system, also known as mount points. Mapping partitions at least must be root. One must be root. And using I don't have okay. Virtual machines. I'm guessing they're traditional BIOS. I don't know. I don't know anything about those things. Alright. Example, assume that new separate partitions for directories like boot and home are not created will simply contained in root. Also, creation of an optional partition for swap will be illustrated. Okay. Following command will be used. Okay, so parted, make part type, fs type, start add. I'm gonna do ext4 then, or something or other. Part type is primary, extended, or logical. Primary. I can spell primary. Let's see what's else. Fs type. Oh, ext4. It says to go to help mk part to see, I guess, the available kinds of part. Okay, FS type, one of those. Oh, yeah. And we're gonna go to ext4. That's all I've used. Some people say XFS is good. You know, should I? Go to XFS or something like that. I just took a brief hiatus to eat some breakfast. At least this was not Linux from scratch. Get out of there. Mary, ext4. Not 3. We need 4. Let's see what's next here. Where we at? All right. FS type. Okay. Start is beginning. Number by unit. End is same syntax as start. Okay, so what do we do? Okay, so warnings important that partitions do not overlap means okay. Okay. Set partition is okay. Okay, so we'll look at the example. We'll see what it okay. Single primary partition using all of the available disk space would be this. Set 1 boot on. Followed by a home, so okay. Yeah, I understand it now. Alright. So we're gonna just make one root partition. That's it. Let's go basic. 1 MB, MIB. And we'll go all the way. Sake of simplicity. Okay. So we'll do that. We're all done. One boot on. What does that do? That one boot on. I want to see what it does before I do that. Okay. Partitions to be flagged. Okay. Let's do that. Alright, format the file system and enable swap. I'm gonna do this. Okay. So, once the partitions have been created, each must be formatted with the appropriate file system, except for swap. Alright, well, we'll quit out of here. Alright, so all available partitions on intended installation device can be listed using that command. SBLK and dev/SDA, which would be ours. And let's see what it says. SDA, okay, so one 8GB partition is available. So, with the exceptions noted below, it's recommended to use ext4. I am using ext4. Make file system. I'm guessing that's what it stands for. ext4 /dev/sd. Oh, SDA1 would be our case. That was disk or something? Sorry. Nope. LSBLK or something like that, right? So one partition is created. The swap partition has been created, must be set up and activated. Mount the root. Okay, so mount dev/sda1 to mount directory. Remaining partitions except swap must be mounted in any order after creating a respective mount option points. For example, when using boot, you must have all that crap. Alright. Alright, just a sec here. I might have screwed up the partitions. Is boot even needed? Is boot needed? Alright, let's see. Let's see, at least one root, okay. Some optional, okay, so boot is optional. Good, just to check. Packages to be installed must be downloaded from mirror services, which are defined in etc pacman.d. Mirror list on the live system. All mirrors are enabled, all sorted by the synchronization status and speed at the time installation image was created. The higher a mirror is placed in the list, the more priority is given when downloading the package. You may want to edit the file accordingly, moving the beginning them to the booker. Pacstrap will soon install a copy of this file to your system, so it's worth getting right. So let's install the base packages as it says. Pacstrap script installs the base system. Build package from AUR with ABS base devel group is also required. All tools from live installation are part of base group. Packages can later be installed with Pacman or by appending their names with a pacstrap command. So, alright, the I ensures prompting before okay. Pacstrap I mount base E okay. Alright. All. Is that how you do it? Pac-Man? Or alright. What am I talking about? I know how to use Pac-Man. This is embarrassing. Alright, let's read up while that's doing his thing. Generate an fstab. The -u option indicates UUID. Labels can be used through the L option. Check the resulting file in mount etc fstab afterwards, and edit it in the case of errors. So, okay. I'll wait for this stuff to download. I have a pretty speedy internet connection, so I don't think it'll be a problem. So right now, just the waiting game. Alright, I'm gonna read up a bit more here. So change root, change any other configuration files on the new system and mount, then root into it. Alright. What's after that? Time, bootloader, network host name, unmount and reboot, and you're done. What? That's it? Jeez, I wonder. Okay, I thought it was gonna be a bit longer than that. I really thought it was gonna be a lot longer. Huh. Arch doesn't take that much time. Though, I would hate to always install it in everything I use. That's saying, I probably won't not be using Arch as my daily driver. In favor of Manjaro because, you know, the setup time. Well, I know there's a lot of configuration afterwards here. I don't think I would take the time commitment. Anyways, I'll talk to you, I guess, about me installing Ubuntu Minimal on a laptop. Yeah. I've just been having so many problems with Ubuntu Minimal. This is crazy. I go through the whole installation and it boots up fine. I was able to troubleshoot a problem when apparently Ubuntu would only boot up when I plugged in the flash drive, but that's because the master boot record was on the flash drive. But that was easy to fix. It's all fine. I've just been having a lot of problems with Ubuntu Minimal. Trying to boot it up, it would not work after I entered my encryption password. I don't know. Not even after safe mode. So I don't know what's going on. Probably just my stupidity and me overlooking something. Anyways, well, we'll keep looking on here. Yeah. So again, probably gonna stick with Manjaro instead of Arch, because Arch is just the time commitment is too much for me. And also, I like the Manjaro logo a lot more than the Arch logo. I also like the green on the Manjaro logo. I know, it all comes down to look, but not really. It's just that I really like Manjaro. It's great. It's great. It's amazing. And hey, maybe one day I'll switch to Arch eventually. But you know, once I get this installation done, I can totally trash on everybody. Stereotypical Arch user style. No, not gonna do that. But yeah, stereotypical Arch user comes in and talks trash. Stereotypically. I'm not saying that all Arch users do that. That would be ridiculous. But some do. But hey, there's always the Gen 2 users, which are like the silent protectors. They don't brag. They just sit back. Alright, that is a whole lot of stuff going through the terminal. Okay, I'm gonna see what this is about. Oh my. There's a lot. Okay. DD Rescue. Yeah. I had a problem with DD actually. For so long, I didn't know why I could not write ISOs to flash drives. Because I specified the device as SDA or SDX and then a number after it. You're supposed to just do SDX and that's it. My stupidity is kind of weird. Okay, so generate an fstab. Let's see. Generate an fstab. 13% CPU. Okay. Gen fstab. Stab u/mount. That's not how you spell mount. And mount etc fstab. Invalid option U. Capital U. I'm sorry. Oh, there's a not smiley face over there. I'm guessing that's Alright, change root. Okay, check the resulting file, okay. Cat mount Etsy fstab. I can type. Okay, everything's fine. I feel so superior to everybody else. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not that egoistic. Or am I? Copy any other configuration files to new system and mount, such as netcl profiles and whatever that is, and crude into it. Change root. It's an operation I done badiga. Okay. What does that even mean? I'm gonna navigate to cd etsy netctl and ls, and I don't know anything about changing root. CD home. This is a scary place. Arch Crute. I might break the system. I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I've never used Crute before. Crute. However you pronounce. I don't know what it does. Dare I say that? What does that do? That do something? Text all funny. I don't know what this means. Alright, try all the things. LS, CD, dab again. Alright, well, I guess we'll move on to the next step. Crude, change. I should read into this. What does this do? Okay. Privileges another. Okay. March install scripts. Change root to run a bash shell. Oh, so this just runs a. Okay, I get it now. So locale. Let's set up our locale. So locale defines whatever possible values are there, uncomment that, as well as other needed localization. Save. Okay, so nano, because Vim is not on. Locale gen and. Alright, now that is a whole lot. So let's see, each is locale, locale. So we're looking for ENUS. Oh. ENUS. Even US UTF-8. Does it also do by let me go up. ENUS. It was the first one that I saw and I skipped through it. ENUS UTF-8. I did it again. That's the one we need. And what else? Let's see. What are the other ones here? All right, we're done. Okay, locale gen. Locale with an E. Locale gen. There we go. And create Etsy locale.config. We're laying the first column of uncommented entry. Okay, so nano /Etsy /locale.conf and lang equals en underscore us dot utf dac 8. Alright. If you set the keyboard layout and make the changes there, we're fine, right? Because the default. Okay. The defaults are fine. Select the time zone. TZ select. Please identify location. The Americas. One of these cities. Looking for New York. Looking for New York. Am I blind or something? Let's see. Time zone select. The Americas. Yeah, it cuts off some at the top, so I don't know what the heck it's saying. This is not good. Well, crap. We're gonna do this by coordinates then. And, yeah, so, let me just stop recording here so I can... Actually, I'm blind, and these are actually countries. I'm an idiot. These are countries. United States. And Eastern Time. And it cuts off a lot of the entries in Eastern Time, because oh boy. If I were to take a guess, 1. The following information has been given. Okay, yeah. Yes, it's right. It's right. 1. You can make this happen in here, and this will stop. Okay. Create a symbolic link. Okay, LN, right? That's how you do it? No, it's right there. Ew. Let's create a symbolic link in Etsy local, where zone subzone isn't the TZ from TZ select. Okay. -S user share zone America / New York Etsy local time. Did I do something wrong? Here, Etsy local. Okay. Okay. There we go. It's just me capitalizing the S. It's recommended to adjust the time skew and set the time standard to UTC. Hardware clock. Sys talk, whatever that is, UTC. Oh, I misspelled something right here. Stop. No. Duh. There we go. Other operating systems are installed. They must be configured. There are no other ones. MD3MFS, as whatever that was run on installation of Linux with the pacstrap. Most users can use the default provided in whatever that is. Freaking special configuration and set the correct hooks. Nah, I don't think I need to do anything here. But I'll check it out. MK INIT CPIO. Okay. Warnings are never too good, but I think we're fine. Okay. I don't know what that did. It did something. Oh, okay. I'm fine with not knowing anything. See bootloaders for available choices and stuff. If you have an Intel CPU, I don't. Alright, so we're gonna do grub. BIOS only bootloaders. Oh my. Oh. Did I go to the right place? Alright. Alright. Oh, Configuration. Where we gotta go for this? Installation, I'm guessing. Install grub. Package. Okay. Pac-Man S grub. Alright, we're done here. So, 4 ways to do this. We're gonna install it to the disk. This method is specific to installing grub on a partition, MBR, or GPT disk with grub files installed to boot grub, and its first stage code installed to the 440-byte MBR code region, not to be confused with the MBR partition table. Following commands: set up grub, populate, generate, embedded. Okay. Alright. Not sure what any of this means, but I think it's okay. Is my internet going to poop right now? Because, man, it's grub installing slow. Yep. It's installing at the speed of light. Okay. We'll keep on to this. Let's see. So, set up grub in the 440-byte master boot record boot code region. The following commands will do that. Okay. Yeah, I'll just wait for this installation to be done. And oh, it's speeding up now. Now it speeds up. Okay. And so it's done. So let's get to the next part. Install disk. So grub install. Target equals i386 PC dev SDA. Oh crap! No, that's not what I meant to do. Or does x86 64. Okay. No, so it has to be 32-bit. Okay. i386 PC. There we go. And I can hear my hard drive writing along. Okay, so we'll wait here. It's all done. Grub. Okay. Where are we at? Okay. Grub make config boot grub grub.cfg. Let's double check. We're fine. All done? All done. Installed the bootloader. I did it. Alright. It was right here the whole time. What? Really, Ninja? Okay, let's follow these instructions, because Pac-Man S grub, and then or just OS proper rather. It's not gonna add a lot of bloat to my system anyway, so fine with that. And we'll install grub again. Dev/SDA. It does the same thing anyway. Okay. Sure. Okay, Arch. Whatever you say. Pain in the butt. Host name, my favorite part. What should I name this? Should I name it after a character on Attack on Titan? The answer is After the Break. No, actually, I don't name my VMs after anything. I just say it's pretty boring. Configure the network. Okay. What? Failed to connect to Okay, that's fine. Etsy host name. Etsy host name. ArchVM. That's all I do name my other machines after characters from Attack on Titan. Like this is Mikasa, the girl with the scarf. I'll name the crappy laptop I have Armin. The weak guy who's really smart. Like that helps. Okay. I recommend append the same host names to local host and these. So I'm gonna Etsy hosts. It doesn't exist. Not here. Network configuration. Okay. My host name to Etsy Cman 5. Oh, so it's a file. See hosts. Alright, so recommended to also set the host name there. So I'll do that. ArchVM and ArchVM. They're very boring, I know. Not colorful. We're done. Oh, I missed a part down the bottom. I'm not sure what that said though. Temporarily. Alright, so wired. Enable DHCP service, so system CTL. Enable DHCP CD. At interface Ethernet device name, okay. I don't know what my name, okay, so LS SYS class net. Okay, so we'll go back. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. System CTL and enable DHCP CD at NPO S3 dot service. Hold on. I'm so glad we do not have to work wireless because I think it would be a bit harder. Unmount. Okay, so set the root password with password. It's okay. So we did that. Exit or press Control D. Okay. Unmount R/mount. Yes. This is oh my ZSH. Thank you, ZSH. And reboot the computer. Okay. Reboot. Let's see if it actually works. Because it would be pretty amazing if it did. No. Boot existing OS. Ooh. Come on. I did it. It works. It works. It would be fun, they said. And they were right. So let's log in as a root because it's the only account here. And we'll enter our root password. There we are. I installed Arch. It wasn't that hard actually. I thought it was gonna be a lot harder, a lot longer. Yeah, so I should yeah, I kind of want to nuke the system, but I'm probably gonna end up using this VM for stuff. So temptation is so great, but I'm not gonna do it. Anyways, wow. So a new Arch base system, now functional GNU Linux, or as I have calling it GNU Plus Linux environment ready to be built into whatever you wish or require. Strongly advised to read general recommendations, especially the first 2 sections. Alright, so let's get on to this part of it then. Make a new episode out of this then. I'm gonna make a new episode out of this then, I guess. So, configuring Arch. So I'm installed Arch. It's installed right here. So I guess I can start a new series. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video and me actually not failing at something. This is pretty weird. This is weird. I should have failed miserably. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see y'all later.